Take 2 tracks and call us in the morning. It's the Spin Doctors. Welcome back to another wonderful episode of the show. Hi, guys. Nice of you to join us. I don't know where you were last Thursday when I asked you to come to the bocce ball court where we could all have a good time. Do you remember? I sent it to you on the group chat and you liked it. I saw it. I got the notification. Audience loves this message. Nonsense. I went to that bocce ball court and I was there for 4 hours just throwing lonely balls at other lonely balls. I had to walk from one end to the other just picking up balls. Felt like I worked at a golf range. But, you know, you're here now. I don't want to hold it against you. And I have to say thank you for being here. Finally, after all of this time, to the Spin Doctors. Hi, I'm your host, Rick Storer, and I'm just pleased as punch to have you on board the show. This is the ship that I captain, and we are sailing right off the edge of the earth. My first mate is here as well. Say ahoy, Nick.
I'm in the lifeboat. I'm going the other way, man. I'm not going over the edge with you. What are you directed us towards the edge of the earth. I thought we were going to get
the worst
pizza.
coattails to ride. Just take you right down
coattails.
with me.
I need to go back because bocce ball, is that the one where you're inside the cube and you got the paddles and you're hitting it against the wall?
No, that's The Cube, which was a
with Dwayne
indie
Wade.
horror movie.
Oh,
or The Cell with Jennifer Lopez. Maybe that's what you're talking about.
Oh, it's fun.
Yes, the best Psycho.
Yes.
Bocce ball is the one where you have a little bag or a little ball, and you throw it off to one end of a little. You're on like a mini golf putting green thing, and you throw it, and wherever it lands, you then have these other balls that are color coded for teams, and then you have to try to roll that ball and get nearest to that ball. I played it with Rocky Dale Davis. Shout out to Rocky Dale Davis for being a fun bocce ball player compatriot.
Fascinating.
Yes, it is fascinating. Nick, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
Really? We saw each other last night?
Absolutely not.
Okay, well.
I feel like it's weird to see you again so soon.
Yeah, I guess so. It is a small overlap of having to talk to each other. I'm not sure how I'm enjoying it.
Well, maybe if we just bring a third person, then it'll break up the dynamic enough to
please, God.
Make it more interesting again.
Yeah,
well,
please.
Let's do it. Our guest this week on the show is a wonderful man. He is a comedian. He is a show producer. He's a podcaster. He's a good boy with beautiful facial hair. And God damn it, if he doesn't look like a romance novel cover model. And I would like to now bring to the show romance novel cover model. Say that 10 times fast. Michael Booth, what's up, buddy?
Hey. What's up, dude? How's it going?
Really stumbled over that intro a little bit, but you get where I was coming from.
No, I just want to say that I really love bocce ball. I grew up playing it, and
Thank you.
When you guys were talking about it, I was like, yeah,
it's a good sport, America's game.
Mm-hmm.
I think a sport is too nice of a word, but okay.
Hey, if golf is a sport, then bocce ball is a sport.
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like shuffleboard for your lawn, pretty much.
Is shuffleboard a sport?
Shuffleboard is so a sport. Oh, definitely.
Okay, if shuffleboard is a sport, then fucking Monopoly is a sport, dog.
No.
Yeah,
What? No. What?
I've gotten way more competitive playing Monopoly than I've ever gotten playing shuffleboard.
Can you imagine Monopoly in the Olympics, dude?
Oh, God.
The Chinese Monopoly team is taking over right now. Let's see, they've purchased Park Place. Ooh.
Yeah.
Have you ever truly finished a whole game of Monopoly?
That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean by finished?
Like
I was finished with it. I was
won.
finished.
There was a winner. You truly did the whole game.
Oh, okay. Well, Monopoly is one of those games that most people play wrong. Like it's if you go by the actual rules, it's much quicker and much more sadistic. So the way everybody plays is you land on a property, go, okay, I don't want to buy it, whatever, and then it's the next person's turn. In real Monopoly, if you land on a property and you don't buy it, that property then goes up for auction immediately. So anytime that anyone lands on a property, that property is getting bought by somebody, which means the board fills up immediately.
God, how are you single? My God.
How are you single?
Oh, God.
Fuck.
That's amazing.
God damn it. I don't know, man. I have so much to offer. I have so many board games I can teach.
Just looking for a gamer girl I could teach some sweet-ass moves with.
Is there any ladies that want to watch anime with dubs on? No? Okay, good. Subs only. Hell yeah.
That was a trick.
Hell yeah.
The correct answer is subs.
So you grew. Okay, I just played bocce ball for the first time like 2 months ago. I thought it was like a recent thing.
No, so I don't know where it comes from, but
Bocce.
My great grandpa is like super Italian, and he had like a whole like his backyard was pretty much dedicated to it.
Interesting.
And we would play when there was like family there, and he actually was on like some team that played in like tournaments and stuff.
Oh
I think.
damn! Is there an Olympic bocce ball league?
I don't know, man.
I would have seen it, man. I would have been in it.
I mean, the Italians would be crushing every time. Like, it sounds like that's where it was invented.
The team, I don't know what it was called. He was in some kind of organization or something called like Sons of Italy, and like they had a bocce ball team.
That's
Michael?
a fucking badass bocce ball name.
I want to tell you something. That wasn't a bocce ball league. That was a fucking mafia. Hey, we're the Sons of Italy. What do you guys do? We play bocce ball.
Hey,
don't worry about it. We got to do a lot of work in the backyard.
Over here.
Exactly.
Playing bocce.
That's some Italian ass fucking mafia slang. Where it's like, honey, where are you going?
Yeah,
we're gonna go play some bocce ball.
Oh God, please don't be out too late.
Yeah.
Oh, not another round of bocce ball. I know what that means.
You know you're the target when you get invited to play. It's like, why don't you come out with me and the fellas? Let's go play some bocce ball. It's like, oh, fuck. It's over.
You just become the little white ball that they throw.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, they bury
you.
They bury you up to your neck in the desert. And then they come and they just like chuck bocce balls at you till you die.
Yes.
It's just bowling balls.
Yeah, it's just bowling balls. They just bowl at your face until it explodes.
That's so crazy. There's like 4 other dudes in the buried next to it, like throughout the sand.
You too, huh?
I've been here for 2 days. They keep missing. Yeah.
These guys are actually really bad.
There's something eating my foot, though.
It's like from below. I'm not sure what lives down here.
Yeah.
You're just filling up the cavity that you're buried in with piss. Like it's until that's how you get out.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you could just
you just sit there. So here's a pro tip. If you ever are gonna get kidnapped and buried in the desert, make sure you don't pee first, so that you can, when you are buried in the desert, hold it in.
Hold it until they bury you.
First of all, it expands your bladder, making you bigger, making that way when you pee, you are then smaller and you get out of the hole easier.
Eat a bunch of food too.
Yes,
really,
and don't
get bloated. Yeah.
If
you're lactose intolerant, just go ham. Just like fucking eat a bunch of cheese. Like whatever fucks your body up before you get buried, just shove it in your face.
Maybe that's
like,
why Italians are always eating like cheese on everything.
If you're allergic to something, that's
we never know when we're gonna get
like,
buried, man. We're always just watching
enough.
over our shoulder.
Yeah.
It's like,
You want to swell up, yeah.
Just gotta always make sure you're a little greasy and a little puffy.
Which isn't that what every Italian is?
Hey, you said it, and you can, because your last name is Malizia.
Heyo. A pasta, cannolis.
I do like that is one of the few accents that you don't feel like a dick doing. Like, you there's some accents you can't do.
Yeah, isn't it funny? That's like the acceptable
That's fucked. I've always been
and like
upset
everybody
with
does
that.
this, and everybody's just like,
what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
But when I do the fucking Crip sign, I'm like a target.
I mean, what have the Italians ever faced? Truly, was there like a oppression? Was there oppression in Italy?
Every
Italian
goddamn
oppression?
day of our fucking lives.
I don't know, man. I don't know nothing about Italy.
Gentrification.
Oh yeah, maybe no tourism. Tourism.
COVID hit us pretty hard.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm Chef Boyardee Italian.
Nickelodeon representative of
Chef
Italy.
Boyardee and like Stofers. They're just like, fuck these guys.
Is Stouffer not a chef? Because there's Chef Boyardee's a chef. It's on the can. They can't
What kind
lie.
of name is Stouffer? It had to be somebody, right? Like
That's
not like something. That's not like combined. What would that be combined? Like stuff and storage.
It's you stuff it in the stove. It's a stove stuffer. It's a stouffer.
So your dude. A stove. There you go. Stove stuffer. Wow.
I should be on Mad Men. I am the Mad Man.
Yeah.
Are you?
You're just revealing all the secrets. You told us how Monopoly works, and now you're revealing Stouffer's secrets. You're really just.
Oh my
I know
God.
two things in this life: board games and
I
microwavable
didn't realize I
dinners.
was coming here to learn this much today. Like,
You never know what's going to happen on an episode of Spin
I'm gonna bring a
Doctors.
lasagna and Monopoly over next time I see you.
Oh God, I don't know which one I'll flip over first.
Start doing magic or something. You're like, what the fuck is?
Yeah, you bring those things together. Those are like my Dragon Balls. Like if you bring them together, I can then grant a wish.
It's like in Hot Rod when he has a spirit animal.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
yours is
exactly.
Just a lasagna and a Monopoly board game.
My
And like
Patronus is a
bong.
lasagna.
Yeah.
A tray of lasagna.
Expecto pasta.
Oh,
It's just layers after layers after layers. Dementors are like, oh my god.
My Hogwarts house is bolognese. All right, we don't need any more of those.
Dude, instead of playing chess in the fucking dungeon, you play Monopoly to get the
Yes.
Sorcerer's Stone.
Yes, you play Wizard's Monopoly.
and that game lasts 7 books alone.
Yeah. Hey, look,
Once I make my move.
Harry, you have to land on diagonally. Harry, you've got a chance card. Harry, no, that's community chest.
He says diagonally like he says it in Chamber of Secrets when he
Yeah.
fucking throws the fire.
Yeah, that's right. Send him to hell. We just saw
Wow.
Suicide Squad. Have you seen Suicide Squad?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's very good.
Yeah, it was good.
I have like a list of stuff I need to add it to. People keep telling me to watch.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very much that way too. Like I have two lists. I have a list of things that people tell me to watch that I will never watch. And then I have the list of things that like when I scroll through Netflix I find and I think are cool that I put on that list that I will also never watch.
Yeah.
And I will instead put Schitt's Creek on for the 15th time or something, you know, put Parks and Rec on
Yeah.
again. Like, I don't watch new things.
Yeah.
I try. It's hard, man. It's
If I want to consume new
like,
content, I have a
I
TikTok
didn't know
for
if
that.
you were a person that watched new things, so I was like quiet when you were like. I was like, yeah, no. I was like waiting for you to talk about it. I was gonna be like, yeah, cool, man. Like, I'll see it probably. Like, and the whole time I was like, I'm probably not gonna watch this,
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
it's nice that he brought it up, you know. Like,
This is something we can talk about for 4 minutes.
yeah, I was like, I
Burn
don't know
some
how
of
to
the
answer.
show.
Every time. Like, I never know how to answer it because I'm just like, yeah, that sounds cool. I'll have to check it out. You know, like people keep telling me.
I mean, there's a
man,
giant shark man. Like, that alone. Selling
I
point.
mean, it sounds good, dude.
Oh my god. That was my first time seeing a movie with another person in a depressing amount of time.
I was just gonna say.
I didn't want to like really give the actual
Yeah.
amount in years that it is, but
Oh, dude. I saw Godzilla vs. Kong. Before that, the last movie I had seen was 1917 when it came out.
oh my
Whoa.
god.
And I hadn't seen
And that was
any
104
new movies.
years
I was
ago.
gonna say that.
I hadn't seen any new movies in between those two movies. And I was just like, oh, these movies are good. And like,
It'd be worse if it was like, last movie I saw was Song of the South.
yeah. Yeah, you guys remember Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Revenge of the Ooze? Yeah.
That's what this podcast
That was
now
the
is. This is a have you seen this
Remember
movie
that
podcast.
movie? Remember this
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
Remember?
Remember before memes when we would all just quote
Oh my
movies at each
God.
other?
It's true. People still do that though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what's some of your favorite movie quotes of all time?
Most of them are from Hot Rod. What do you say?
Give me some Hot Rod. I haven't seen Hot Rod in a long time. Maybe you'll jog my memory. Really on the spot here.
When he's talking about, well, it's like a scene, and he's like, last night I had this nightmare that I was in this castle, and all these wizards came out, and they wanted their wizard wives wanted me to have sex with them, and then like Rod pulls up, and he's like, the only way I could kill them was to punch the wizards as hard as I could in their faces, and it's like, what's his name from Pineapple Express? Where's the neck brace? I forget that guy's name.
Oh, Danny.
Yeah, he's
McBride.
saying this to Bill Hader, and he's just like sitting there and like telling him it, and he's like, nice. And then Rod pulls up, and he's like, what's up? And he's like, pulls up with Denise, and then it's when they start talking about like him jumping the buses. It's like right after he fell down the hill like 15 times.
Really expected like a quote and much less like a synopsis of the plot.
I also like, pools are perfect for holding water. That's another good one from that movie. Yeah. Sorry, but my favorite part is when he's just telling this random dream scene, because it's just so funny. And he's like, you look pretty. What? I said you look shitty. Good night, Denise. That's another good one, dude. Oh, the movie's so funny.
Pick up your crown, King.
The movie's so awesome because it's just him beating up his stepdad. It's like,
that's the whole reason he wants him to get better.
That's the whole reason he wants to get him better, just so he can beat the shit out of him. And then he does.
Perfect.
It's like the only way you could it's like the only way you could justify a movie about I feel like that's how they went into that. They're like, how can we write a movie about beating the shit out of your stepdad? Like, then they just went,
I feel like it really came from a personal place for somebody.
We have to justify it. Yeah, they're like, we have to justify it, like, how do we do this? And they just make it like this. Okay, well, we have to make him sick first.
Yeah,
then it's okay.
The first draft of Hot Rod was just about a guy that wanted to beat the shit out of his dad, and then the studio got it and was like, "Well, this is dark. It's like, how about we switch it up a little bit?" It's like, okay,
these last 15 pages are just him crying over the corpse.
Dude,
he's like, he's a stunt man. All right, we're in.
Done deal. You throw a motorcycle in there, and we'll sell anything. That's how Fast and Furious got made.
Boom.
And now we're up to like 87 of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Who even watches the new ones?
I saw Fast 9, or as I call it, F9, on when I was on the road.
F9.
Yeah, because that's why I see most movies by myself, because I'll be on the road and a show doesn't start until 7 or 8, and so I'll get to a city and I have nothing to do and I don't want to just like chill at my hotel or whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'll go see a movie, because it's usually during the daytime, so it's like $6 or whatever the matinee fee is. And so I see a lot of movies that way. I saw Kong, I saw F9, and I was very disappointed with F9. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
I mean, I was laughing in tears at the preview during Kong. I looked at my buddy. I go, "There's no way that's a real movie, dude."
I know.
And they're like, they go, he's like, "Dude, that is." I go, "There's no." I go, "It has to be." I was waiting for the end. I just kept saying it. I go, "There's no way this is real, right? Like they're gonna be like." Just kidding,
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is gonna pop
crazy?
up in his Deadpool and just be like, "Oh, this is actually just a Deadpool thing."
Yeah,
and I was just like, "Wait, that's it?
This is happening?" Oh,
they have a magnet plane? Like what?
Man, that movie. They do go to space in a car. That's for sure.
When they said that, I just like hard laughed out loud in the theater. Look, we have a magnet plane. I just started laughing too.
We laughed more at Suicide Squad than I have laughed at a movie in a long time. That movie I cannot recommend it.
Hilarious.
Like,
yeah.
There was a lot of good press for it, but there was some like bad press, and so
I have to watch this. Should I watch the first one first?
No,
you don't
should
need
never
to.
watch the first one. You should pretend that it doesn't exist.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do, dude.
I guess the only reason to watch the first one would be to be able to see the difference in the way Viola Davis plays her character, because she plays the same character, but she plays her completely differently.
Yeah, there's no connection at all.
Yeah. And it's a hard R.
Oh, yeah, some good gory, funny ass shit.
It's very good, very enjoyable movie. Welcome to the Spin Doctors podcast, where we just say, "Hey, go see this good movie." So what's been going on with you, man? What you been up to?
Well, I just got back from Washington.
I'm going to Washington.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah. It was so nice when I was up there. It was like in the 90s, like the whole time. It was amazing.
That sounds awful. What do you mean? In the 90s?
Well, for Washington, it's good. That's good for Washington. Yeah.
That seems hot.
I mean, it is hot, but it's like it just looks really nice.
Better than raining.
Everything is green still, you know.
I
It's
see.
like, yeah. So I'm just saying.
So
it
did
looked
you
really
suck
nice.
up all the good weather before I could go up there and enjoy Washington? Is that what you've done to me?
I don't think so. I think you'll be able to. I think it's normally nice until like the end of
Good.
September. Normally.
Thank you for bringing enough for the whole class. I really appreciate that. What were you up in Washington for?
I was visiting my family. Yeah, I was visiting my family, and I went to a friend's wedding, so that was fun.
Oh,
how was the wedding?
The wedding was cool.
Nick's a big wedding guy.
Okay, yeah, the wedding was outside, and it was kind of in the evening, and it was really, the decoration and everything was really cool, the way they did it and stuff.
You a dancer? You like to dance?
Oh yeah, I was dancing it up a lot.
Nice.
Did somebody get married at this wedding?
It was like two friends. Well, one friend, the husband was like a high school friend, and then I knew his wife through friends like in college and stuff. So I've known them for quite some time now.
Nice.
And they got married.
Yeah, and they've been together for a while too. So it was like
it's always good when a wedding has a marriage. It's always good, I think.
Yeah,
I'm not like a professional, but I think that like that's a sign. One of the signs.
Yeah,
I think part of it is
the goal of it.
Part of it's why we get there, but then the other part is just you're just.
Oh hell yeah, that open bar.
Nice open bar, yeah.
That's
I brought
true
booze, and there was an open bar still, and I just.
That's so funny because like when you go to a wedding, most times it's an open bar, but you still just bring booze anyway. Like everybody has some trunk alcohol.
They're not gonna have everything you want, and then
that's true.
When it's last call at like what time they normally do it at like 10 or whatever.
Yeah. And they're like, that's it.
You want to go, you got to have stuff for after that.
Yeah, to keep the party going.
Keep it going.
Nick, how many weddings do you think you've been to in your life? Nick used to be a wedding DJ.
Easily over 100.
Good God.
Yeah,
that
a lot.
Sounds like a lot.
And before I had the job, I've been to 2.
Yeah.
So,
Have you ever been to a wedding where you found out like the one part of the family was like not into it, like they didn't want?
Have I? Man, I've been. Let me think for a second. I was the first wedding like I was like the actual DJ of. The couple didn't want to get married; they wanted to elope, and the families were forcing them to get married, so they were just like checked out the whole time, like, yeah, okay, whatever, and just like,
oh shit,
it was like, this is an expensive like thing to do just to make people happy. That was weird. I've had a bunch of parents get like drunk, but like anyone, I don't think so.
So
Not
can
that
you
I was
at this
in those.
point, like, by being at a wedding, can you spot a good wedding versus a bad wedding?
Oh, totally. I can spot by just who's at the wedding. I don't even need to see the wedding itself. I gotta see who's going, and I'll tell you. What do
you think? Can you tell like the listeners a big wedding red flag to look out for?
Big wedding red flag. Well, any bridesmaid named Ashley, she's wild. No hard alcohol at your wedding. That's when shit starts getting weird.
Oh, okay.
Keep it beer and wine. Let everyone else bring their own hard alcohol.
Bring with you. That's what you bring with you.
Because everybody will bring their trunk whiskey.
Exactly, they can bring their trunk whiskey. And also a lot of gelled hair. A lot of guys gelling their hair. Nothing good's gonna happen here.
All right, those are like ones that I would never even think to look out for, because you never know. You might get one of those like movie style weddings where the preacher man, or whatever he's called, he's up at the top. He's at the top. You know how he climbs all the way up to the top of the church? You know, when the preacher's standing on the top of the church and he's just like yelling down at everybody else.
What's
happening? He announces it to the
Better.
town. He says, "Hear ye, hear ye." And then inevitably you'll get that one guy who's like, I have something to say why these people should not be wed. And then he runs through the doors, and the preacher has to climb all the way back down and get back inside the building. And then everybody else comes inside and sits down, and he's like, these people should not be married because we're still in love. You don't want any of that shit. So I'm going to be there to be the guy who, like, once that guy says something and starts running towards the building while the preacher's climbing down, I'm just going to tackle that motherfucker, and I'll hold him down, and I'll be like, no, you don't interfere here. This is not your place. You stay away, Satan.
Just silence him. Just
silence him. I'll garrote this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Take a tip from Michael's family. Bring him to my bocce ball league. That may be the most brutal form of death I have ever envisioned.
Oh, with
just
the bocce?
A bocce ball to the head.
Yeah,
just
that's all I've been thinking about
bashing.
this entire time.
It's just killing someone with a
Yeah.
bocce
No,
ball?
it's me. It was just killing somebody. Yeah, I'm just fantasizing. I just wish I had an enemy bad enough I could bury in the desert and huck solid ceramic bricks at his head. No, it's just I think a bad way to go. I think there are good ways and bad ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bazooka
I don't want to get like dark
nice.
here.
Bazooka would be a good way to go out.
A bazooka?
Yeah.
That's your preferred way?
I mean, I'm just saying, good. You said bad way to go out, good way to go out, and the first good way to go out was like bazooka, kind of like
but
baller.
That's the first one you think of?
I don't know. I can't control my shit. That's what popped up. It was like, what happened to Nick? How'd he die? He got hit by a bazooka. Fuck.
Oh, but that's a good death.
King stays king.
He didn't even ding his crown though. It's fucking awesome.
Only thing left behind in his glasses.
If you get killed by a bazooka, that's cool on 2 levels, because first off, that's just badass. Everybody's gonna be like, oh shit, like he got shot. What was he up to? That he was fucking around with people with bazookas. He must have been a real big deal. But then also, you get blown up by a bazooka, and so you don't have to feel your death. It just happens. Like, it's just and you're just done.
That's the good
I
part.
think it just feels like getting punched, and then that's it.
Probably. That's what I imagined. I kind of thought about, like, if you like got shot, one shot to the head and killed, it would feel like just getting punched in the head and then lights out.
Hopefully.
They feel really hot for a second.
Yeah.
And then just done.
I think my preferred way to die is just like in my sleep, probably.
No, don't be a
not
bitch.
a bazooka.
No,
okay,
no,
okay.
no.
All right, okay, yeah, I want to be mauled to death by fucking tigers. Is that good?
That's how you want to die?
In my sleep wasn't good enough for you.
No, but like a cool way, like a good way to die. A good way
Oh, okay.
to die.
What am I? I'm smoking a jazz cigarette and playing a funky bass line. That's pretty cool. Like,
well, that's how you
That is
die,
pretty
though?
cool.
I mean, that is
laced with
dope as
something,
fuck.
I don't
It'd
know.
be cool if you were just somewhere, just fucking noodling, and then you just
okay. I think
die.
fall. Okay, if you went skydiving and your parachute didn't open.
That's a horrible way to die.
That's horrible.
What
You
are
have
you
so
talking
much
about?
time to think
You
about.
can't. Why are you going so extreme with every one of them?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not trying. I was just like, I didn't know.
Mike,
Bazooka.
what-
You didn't call him out for a bazooka. Bazooka's not
Because that's
extreme.
Quick and badass. It's badass, and I'm dead really quickly.
Okay,
Mike, you go.
Okay. Yeah, Michael. Okay, you take some heat off of me real quick. I gotta think about
defending myself or like someone and like a fight and like you just get like stabbed or something.
Ah,
I don't
this. You
know.
want to be
Going down.
stabbed to death, regardless of context? That fucking sucks.
If
dude.
I'm fighting and if something goes down where the guy just has to kill me because I'm just like
he has to.
if that's his only way of surviving.
That's the only way to get out of this.
This is the only way you can get out. Otherwise, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Only one of us
It's
is
a fight
leaving
to
here.
the death.
Exactly.
A fight to the death.
Oh my god! It's like anytime you get in a fight, Michael, like
motherfucker picked the
before
wrong
it
day.
starts, you're like, I hope you know that by fighting me, you need to fucking kill me to leave here.
Yeah.
You better
I
kill
sound like-
me.
Yeah, I sound like Adesanya. Just like I'm prepared to die for this. Like right in a street fight.
Oh my god!
Okay, how
It's my
about
wallet. I'm just like I'm prepared to die.
I have accepted my fate. Okay, how about like I'm in a battle with like a super like a ninja with a sword, and he does that thing where he just like briefly pulls it out and back in. He just And then I'm like standing there like, you didn't do anything to me. Is that all you have? And he just turns around and then I go, ha ha. And then all of a sudden a bunch of slashes appear through my body and then I fall into a bunch of pieces.
There it is. Yeah.
All right. Yes.
Yeah. That's
and like my eyes, just
off.
a chunk of my head, like a horizontal sliver of my head falls out as part of me falling to pieces.
Wow.
And it just like my eyes blink as I watch him walk off into the moon with like the sakura blossoms all flowing over his head.
Like a sushi roll?
I mean, I might.
It'd be a Rick roll.
We're going to take a break.
Rick and roll,
we're going to take a break real now on the show.
Rick and roll.
And when we come back, we're going to find out what album Michael Booth has brought for us when we're trying to spin doctors. Welcome back to the show. Did you miss us? We missed you. Thanks for being here. I didn't mean to say that so sexually. We missed you.
Did you miss me?
Did you miss me? Ooh woo. Did you? I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I'm going to cut that out. Don't worry about it. But we are back to the show. This is a show about music. You wouldn't know that from the first half hour, but it truly, truly is. And as we do every week on the show, we have an album to talk about. Every week on the show, we have a guest, and they come over, and they stop by, and they bring an album that they want to talk about. It's got the memories, it's got the stories, it's got all the good shit, and we're going to talk about that good shit right now. Michael Booth, would you mind telling us what album you've brought for us?
So today's album is called Real Talk by a band called Man Overboard.
Okay.
These are things, I've never heard of this band.
No, me neither.
But when you told me about them, I was like, okay. When you like told me this was the album, I was like, okay, I'll like check it out a little bit. And I went back and I was like, I had a very different idea of what it was gonna be, and then I listened to a couple little clips of songs, and I was like, oh, okay, this is fun. So I'm excited to get into this. Okay,
dude.
so a couple of quick questions. The band is called Man Overboard.
Mm-hmm.
When is the first time you heard of Man Overboard?
I think it was right after high school. It was like the summer of basically like high school graduation.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like getting out of high school, hanging out with people, and I had heard of this band, and seen them in like a related thing. And
were they like opening for another band or something?
I think they were in like a magazine or something, as like
cool.
related, like new kind of stuff. I was really into alternative press at the time, so I was like always like looking for new music and stuff, and I found this band, and I was like, oh shit, because Man Overboard's the name of a Blink-182 song, so I was like, oh, that's cool, like, and that kind of drew me in, and then I found them.
So you found it on your own, like it wasn't that somebody showed this band to you?
I think my friends also found them too. Like I think it was like we all. I don't know who found it first, but like we all I saw that they were listening to them or they were playing them. I was like, oh, they know this too. Sick,
Oh
like,
yeah. It
was kind of one of those deals, like I don't know who found it.
Instead of one of those things where you guys have to like argue over like, oh no, I knew about this band before.
I'm not going to say that I found it. I don't want to. I'm not going to claim it. But I definitely like had like I noticed like people around me that were also in the same music were like starting to listen to them too. So I was like, oh shit. Mm-hmm. Like they must be
have you ever seen them live?
Yeah, I've seen them 3 times.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
What was the first time?
First time was at Warped Tour in Washington.
Oh, Warped Tour.
Oh, boy.
Good old, yeah.
That is such a first time for so many, like, people. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've talked to people and asked them when the first time they saw a band was. Like, Warped Tour.
Mm-hmm. It's
this perfect, they bring all these bands together, so you see all this stuff you've never even heard of before. I mean, it makes sense.
And then I saw them on a couple other shows where they were like the kind of like the middle band for a couple like small like kind of like club shows, which was cool. There's just like a bunch of kids screaming pop punk,
Nice.
So, yeah, this fun stuff. I was like, I think I was like 18, 19 at the time when I was like listening to a lot of this kind of music. So I still, like, I was listening to it the other day because I knew we were going to talk about it. And I was like, man, this is like, I remember
This still goes.
I remember being sad like this, you know.
So much of the good music that we remember is from times that we were sad. Like,
Yeah.
Right?
I cannot tell you the amount of songs that have been on playlists of mine, or I'm like, oh, that's one of my favorite songs, and I listen to it and it's horribly depressing, or it's like
Yeah.
it reminds me of being horribly depressed
Yeah.
every time, man. But that's what music is. It connects you with your emotions. Has there ever at pop punk shows, a lot of times like crazy shit happens? Like I know at Blink-182 shows they would always do wild shit, or like have fun things happen on stage. Does Man Overboard, was there any like crazy moments that you remember?
So I mean, there was like a good, like, during some of the songs there was like just like a push pit going. It wasn't any sort of moshing, but there was like definitely something going, and there was like stage diving. But there was also one time where I saw, like, I think it was like a fat joint got lit, and like the bassist noticed it and was like, dude, and like tried to get it from him, and he got it and hit it and then passed it, and then security was like trying to, but he got a hit of
security.
it, and I was like, everybody was like jumping and yelling. It was a pretty cool experience to see that.
Good.
Like,
That would never happen now.
no, yeah, that's
There's
like
no-
that's like one of those. Yeah, you feel like 1,000 years old telling that story.
Yeah.
I saw
Oh,
a
I
joint
used to
get passed at a concert to the
And
band.
somebody just gave me a beer,
Yeah.
and I took a sip of their beer, and it was fine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No more.
I did that.
It's
the
so
other
funny
day.
how immediately things changed forever.
I think buffets are never going to be a thing again. Like self-serve buffets.
I read that
Honestly,
Old Country
they
Buffet is
shouldn't.
closing, like
That's
down
true.
as a business completely.
buffets are gross.
Yeah.
Like
Both
I've never
quality
been to a
and
buffet.
hygienically.
Exactly. I've never been to a buffet and be like, man, that was good.
Good
Wow.
Vegas
My
buffet,
compliments to
though.
the chef.
The mac and cheese at every buffet I've ever been to is slapped 100%. So.
Really? I guess when I think of a
At
buffet,
least
I
to
think of like
me,
Chinese
man.
food.
I don't know. Maybe I've just had shitty mac and cheese my whole life, but
No, that I'll
I would always
concur
get.
with you.
I
There's
would
some
always
good
just get
Vegas
a fucking bowl of it, and I would just be like, dude.
Oh yeah. I guess when I think of a buffet, I just think of like lukewarm Chinese food that is all the same color, that is all in trays in water, with a plexiglass shelf over the top
spit
of
guard,
it. Yeah, it doesn't guard against
sneeze
anything.
guard, whatever the fuck it is.
No, there's no guard at all.
I always
It is
think like
a viewing window to the
We
bacteria.
also was I the only one who went under the sneeze guard as well? Like it would be like, well, I can't get to my food here to put on my plate, so I just sneak my little head underneath there and just like scoop food onto my plate.
Well, now knowing that, I'm really glad that they're not coming back.
That's me.
Yeah. Speaking of coming back, like this band was part of like what I think was like the cool pop punk revival that's better than what's happening right now, because I know there's kind of another wave of that with like MGK
Yeah.
and like other people.
Oh
but
yeah,
I
he
feel
did
like
come out with a
these
pop punk album,
guys,
didn't he?
yeah, I feel like these guys and like Wonder Years and Story So Far and
Oh, I remember Story So Far.
a bunch of other bands like Citizen, American Scene. There's like so many other like pop punk bands that were like around during then too, that were like,
Mhm.
it was like it all of a sudden was there, and it sounded like, you know, the stuff we listened to when we were little, like Blink and Green Day and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you
Blink-182
think-
was one of like the first bands of that genre I ever heard.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah. Do you think that the pop punk community has accepted MGK?
I think there's a new community, you know, within
really?
like the Gen Z kind of TikTok community that's like accepting of that pop punk, and a lot of it
I
is
think that-
recycled Blink songs too.
Yeah.
If you listen to them. And
Well, I
it's
think
like-
that the pop punk community at large probably isn't accepting of MGK because he's dating somebody who's not underage. And that's kind of like the domain of pop punk singers is being predators. That's their whole thing. And since he's like dating Megan Fox, they're like, no, she's old. That's the real tea, baby. Spill
Hot
it.
Oh my
takes here.
God.
We don't hold back here at the doctor's
No.
office.
No, never. Why would I?
but
So
I think Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say I think like this was definitely a way better revival of it than what's out now.
Is this your favorite genre of music?
No, but it's like it's one of them. Like, you know, it's something I grew up on, and like, and then I listened to a lot of this until like my, you know, like until I was like probably 23, 24. So I listened to like all these bands, went and saw them and stuff for a while, and then was like
kind of fell off.
Just kind of stopped being so freaking sad, you know. Like,
Now, just asking for a friend, how? Just how?
How to what? Stop being so sad?
Yeah. No, I'm fine. I'm great all the time. Yeah, I think that there's like a certain nostalgia that this type of music has for us, because especially going to, you know, junior high school and at the beginning of high school when this genre was really gaining ground. And that was such a good time in music.
I mean, and you know, it's like whenever you go back to it, it's just sometimes it hits just right, you know. Sometimes it's what you need for like a moment,
hitting
you know.
Different.
Yeah, sometimes you just need that, you know. You need like there's like a line in one of these songs where it's like, I hate you should have picked up the phone tonight, and it's just like when the line hits, you're like, dude, it
doesn't matter how old and not sad you are, you will relate to that shit.
Hell yeah. It's just
like there's a band called Free Throw, and they have a song called 2 Beers In, and there's a line that's just like it's literally just about you're 2 beers in, it already feels like it's one of those nights to forget. And then like it's about this girl who walks in with a new boyfriend, and it's like, oh fuck him. It's just like this, you know, angsty song. And I was driving with my buddy who was on the podcast, Corey Jernigan, and we were in Avila Beach driving home after a comedy show, and that song came on, and we were just scream singing it.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
You know, at full volume, windows down, you know, passing cars, and people look out the window at us like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's the same kind of like genre, you know. It's punk, pop punk, kind of like
it's a good way to release your emotion, your energy, your frustrations, your joy, all sadness, all that shit, man. Just scream sing sometimes.
Yeah,
it's good for you.
Yeah, and it's just like fun too. Fun, like music's fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, the music's fun, and it is sad, but it's also like, you know, it's trying to keep.
Do you remember that show that was on? I think it was on MTV. It might not have been. I'm not sure what channel it was on, but they would get hidden cameras in people's cars and hidden microphones, and then they would like. It would be the daughter would set up the mother or something, and they would catch these people who were singing along to music in their car, but they were doing it super badly.
Oh yeah.
And so and it was like a whole show based around catching people singing badly in their
car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know if it was on MTV, but I remember this.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was on MTV. It seems like an MTV kind of thing.
Totally.
But that has led to a real like Truman Show style psychological conundrum in my mind where I'm like, am I on this show? Like, are they going to do a new season?
People listening to me?
Yeah, are there people listening to my, like, you know, and I'm not the type of person I'm not putting my finger on mirrors to check to see if they're one way, you know? I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not really paranoid, but for some reason, that show has scarred my brain. So like, I'll be singing in my car and I'm like, oh shit. Fucking flipping over, opening things like, where's the camera? I know it's in here somewhere. And maybe that's on mental health, period. The Truman Show was a trip though. That movie, did you see it?
It's one of my favorites. Yeah,
it's one of the greatest.
It's such a weird
ever.
movie.
Okay, yeah.
It led to a phenomenon that they like named after, where people thought that they were in the Truman Show.
Mm-hmm.
And they were. It's called The Matrix.
Whoa. National Geographic presents Life.
Whoa, dude.
Whoa, we're all just batteries.
Holy shit, dude.
I'm the one?
No, and this band puts on an awesome live show too.
That is such a an important part about a band that they are good to see live.
Like it's like the guitarist and the bassist both sing, so it's like kind of have like two front guys.
Yeah,
you know,
I like a good bass player that sings. I really do.
Yeah,
it's nice.
That's why you're such a huge Geddy Lee fan.
I love me some Geddy.
Love him, and he
Some
plays
Geddy
the
up, baby.
He plays the keyboard with his feet.
Yes. Great
He's got like a
documentary.
little key pedal thing.
You ever seen is it Under the Limelight?
Beyond the Lighted Stage?
Beyond the Lighted Stage? Beyond the Limelight?
I think it's called Living in the Limelight?
Sprite. Anyway, great documentary. It's on Netflix. I just realized recently. Fucking phenomenal. If you don't know anything about Rush, you don't need to know anything about them. Just watch this shit if you like documentaries. Shows you how to respect the band. R.I.P. Neil.
Nix Rex.
I was gonna say an undervalued singer in a band at one point was Jason Newsted, because they only really utilize him for like live shows.
Yeah,
but I feel like
Jason Newsted was underappreciated. He was in Metallica.
Okay, yes, okay.
He was underappreciated in Metallica.
Oh, 100%. But like he just had like such an awesome scream. They could have used it in like a bunch of songs and stuff and made him sound so much like gnarlier than they were. I don't know. The
members of Metallica have made many decisions that I would label sus.
Yeah, very sus.
Quite sus. Quite sus, Metallica.
I feel like you're just sus about Metallica in general.
This is true.
Comments through our times together that you've made that's like, I don't think you're a Metallica fan, which is okay, but like there's something, there's animosity.
I think that like the individual members are very talented in their own ways, except for Lars Ulrich, because I think Lars Ulrich is a bad drummer. He literally doesn't keep time. He follows James Hetfield. James Hetfield keeps time for Metallica. James Hetfield is one of the best rhythm guitarists in the fucking world. That guy has the most accurate picking I've ever heard in my life. It's insanity.
Real. Yeah.
And he's quick and everything. And Kirk Hammett can shred like a motherfucker when he gets told what to do. Like, Kirk Hammett knows nothing musically, but he can shred he's like, okay, this is the one I need to start on. Okay, here we go. And he'll go to town.
Just gets his wah pedal real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Jason Newsted was a fantastic bass player who was not appreciated, so he's like, bye.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cliff Burton was a great bass player, died. And then they've got this.
Is his name Robert Trujillo?
Yeah, Robert Trujillo.
He's Trujillo.
And he's good, but I don't respect the way that he holds his bass.
No, the spider walk. You gotta love it.
Low.
It's
the way he crawls. I just love it.
Yeah.
He's just fucking hitting
it's
those.
It's pretty cool that he
can
still play and do that crazy shit.
It's like Fieldy or whatever the guy's. Is that the bass player for Korn?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
just
he just has it like hanging by his ankle, and he's just like,
he's just reaching down.
It's like playing upright, like it'd be cooler if you were playing an upright, actually. Yeah. An electric,
or you could be like Typo Negative and take an upright bass and turn it. Have you seen in the music video for Black No. 1 by Typo Negative? The bass player has a stand up bass, like a double bass that he has on a strap around, and he's playing like a real bass.
God.
It's the funniest thing. Yeah, it's huge, but he's a big guy, and he's dressed like a vampire because they're Typo Negative. Black No. 1. It's crazy. I highly recommend watching it.
I was thinking of this. You were talking about, like stories and stuff for an album, and I was just this one came to mind because it was just like during college, the times when I was like just kind of down or kind of like just grinding. I would listen to like this and like other albums, and there was a time where I think about, because it's just like, it's kind of funny when you look back, you're like, wow, I was like a fucking depressed like piece of shit. I was like walking home in like the snow and ice from work at like it was like 5 a.m. and I had gotten off a graveyard shift in Ellensburg, Washington, where I went to school, and it was during winter, so it was like really cold and really icy, and I was walking trying not to slip, and I slipped and I fell on my back, and it was just like playing like a sad song. I just like looked at the sky and just like let the song play.
Staring up at the sky. On your back
like,
on the ice.
Officially given up.
Yeah, it was just like, I hate this. I was like, this is dumb.
This is my rock bottom.
Yeah, and I was just like looking up at the stars, like, dude, I hate this. Like,
I hate
man.
everything about the situation.
Yeah, and it was just like it was somebody yelling like, "I hate you! You should have picked up the phone tonight. I hate you." You're like,
so much. I don't know if people understand, if people who don't identify as male understand how much angst men have around like women in relationship issues.
oh yeah,
Like every sad song is, she chose somebody else. Why am I not good enough? Or, I lost her for this reason, or what did I do wrong? Or she's a fucking bitch or whatever.
yeah,
Like that's all sad songs. Very, very, very seldomly do you hear a sad song where it's like, my mom's got a heart condition and my dog just got run over. Unless you listen to like country music. Country music does that.
Right.
But besides that, it's always like a heartbreak thing.
And I think something that really works with just pop punk in general is the sad lyrics, but the dancey, upbeat music and that kind of hardcore mesh. There's always like kind of been that kind of things with different genres.
yeah. There's like breakdowns in major key, and you're like.
Yeah,
you're like this. I feel like I should be dancing hard, but like this just sounds so nice.
You're head banging your feelings out.
Yeah, but you're smiling and crying at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think they call that smizing.
And it makes you feel all right for feeling the way you do.
That is, as much of that felt like you were just saying that to throw that out there. That is so goddamn true. Like there's so little validation for people feeling feelings.
Yeah. It's like it's okay to feel sad. It sucks, but it's okay. We'll get through this. Let's dance. Here's a song.
That's what the David Bowie song is about.
Yeah, we came here to feel the same way. Yeah.
Yes. That's why, and then I think that's why the music like bonds so much, because it is such a universal experience, and it is that somebody else is going through this too, so I'm allowed to feel these feelings or feel the same way. So
and especially when you're at the show,
oh yeah,
it's other people feeling the same way, and you're vibing on the song. It's like, I love this song. It's like, you love this song, dude. I fucking love this song. This is how I feel. Yeah. And you're like, oh wow, I'm in a field of people that feel the same way I do.
Exactly.
Fuck yes.
That's why I'm leaving for Washington in a couple of days.
Who are you gonna see?
Because I'm gonna go to a concert, and I'm gonna go see Fish for 3 days at least, maybe 5. We'll see what happens. Fish is back. I've talked about.
Don't fucking lie. Stop being like, oh, I might go see the other 2 shows.
I might. I don't know. I haven't seen Fish. That's my favorite band. I've seen them 25 times, and I've talked about them on every episode of the show.
Nice.
No joke. No exaggeration.
Joke. I'm not sure which there's more of, shows that I've seen or episodes that I've talked about them on. Like it's an even split.
That's funny.
But yeah, they had to cancel their 2020 tour, obviously, and so everything got postponed. And there were tickets, and I was like, I gotta go.
Get 'em.
And so I did, and I'm going. And by the time people hear this episode, I will have seen Fish. So
nice.
It was great. It was awesome. I had a blast. The version of Fluffhead that they played was insane. And then when we got that cool Type 2 jam in the MoMA dance, and then when they played Sense and Subtle Sounds with the intro, which is super rare, I'm still holding out. I really want to get my Dog-Faced Boy, but I was happy to get a Bust Out of Iculus and that really cool spacey Dark Carini. Did you guys like that?
Yeah.
Was that fun? Was that good for
sounded
you?
like you were about to defeat me in a game of Magic the Gathering. I was like, okay, are all my heroes dead now?
I played
like,
Pot of Greed.
Yeah. Can I play from the graveyard yet? Like,
I was huge into Magic as a kid.
yeah, I played it for a while too. It was fun.
I still,
Oh shit!
I got Magic cards
I was gonna say
in my drawer right now.
For days.
For days. They're all rares. I only kept the rares. I should sell them at some point. But enough about Magic and more about the magic that is music. So, is this your favorite album by them?
this is my favorite album by them. I think.
Nice.
There was a couple other. They had, I think, a couple more, and there was some good songs on them. But like as a whole, yeah, this is definitely my favorite one, and it's the one that
Are they still releasing music?
I don't think so. I think they did up until it was like 2013 or something. I think was like the last album that came out that I remember, like 2012 or something like that. But it was, yeah, it was like a good there was like a short burst and like pop of punk, if you will. But yeah, it was cool to. I felt like I was like on the way, on like the riding the wave of something,
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Like hit it early and like found all these bands. I was like, oh, this is cool. And like you go to the shows and they're kind of like small. They're not like huge crowds, but everybody knows all the songs. So you're like, this feels like something cool. Like people are really into this.
Yeah.
It's always cool to like find out a band that's small, and then you find later on, like 10 years down the line, they blow up. You're like, what the hell? Like, I remember when this band was playing little tiny clubs.
Yeah, and I was reading something about them, or about Man Overboard, that this album in particular was like, there's like 51 essential pop punk albums of all time, and this is like number 48, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's
number 4 or number 48?
Number 48.
Oh, nice.
So it barely
numbers
made it.
4 through 8.
But so I guess
put it on there 5
it's
times.
essential if you're a pop punk fan that you know what this album is.
Good. Put that stamp on this.
All right. Well, I mean, with no further ado, let's just get into the second break of the show so that we can get into the album. We're going to take one little break, and we'll see you shortly. Dude, I was in San Francisco. We're back, by the way. I was in San Francisco, and I had ingested some drugs. Fuck it. And I was I needed to go get food. So I left my hotel and went to go get food, and I got lost and I could not find my way back, and I was like walking around everywhere, and I didn't have my phone. It was back at the hotel charging, and so I could not call an Uber. There was nothing I could do, and I was just like, I hate Uber and Lyft so much because there's no taxis anymore. I was like, there's no taxi. Fuck, what am I going to do? I'm lost. I don't know how to get back to this place. Yeah. And then finally a taxi shows up, like a bolt from the blue. If there was ever going to be a reason for me to believe in God, it would be that.
Yeah. And it was a bearded man driving. Like,
yeah, it was Santa Claus.
Yes, my savior, you're here.
Get in, my son.
It was white Jesus. And so I get in the cab, and he's like, all right, where do you need to go? And I was like, oh, fuck, I don't remember the name of my hotel.
Oh, Richard.
I was like, no, fuck, I kind of remember what it looks like. And so I had him just drive me around until we found it. I was like, it's there. That's the one. And he let me out, and I didn't have any money on me. And so he sat there while I ran up to my hotel room.
Oh, they'll sit there.
Yeah, and got money and brought, but he trusted me to not just bail.
I know where you live, where you're staying at, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's true.
I will sit outside this hotel until you give me my money.
I mean, he was outside the big building, so he didn't know what room I was in. But yeah,
man.
I made it home. Back to the hotel, and I've lived to tell the story.
There you go.
Oof.
I live quite a life, boys.
Yeah.
Real talk, and it's a perfect segue. For our album that we're talking about this week, Man Overboard's Real Talk. And it's time to get into it. The first, I can't tell you how much I appreciate this. The first song is the titular track.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, they're just like, real talk, this is the shit. Was this a single or something? Do you know?
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure, yeah.
All right, this is the single off of Real Talk. It's Real Talk. I think we've talked about this before, Nick, how you appreciate a count-off.
I love a fucking count-in. Oh, God. Either on the drumsticks or just someone just counting in. 1, 2, 3. Oh, God.
Yeah, this is like classic pop punk.
Oh yeah.
It's got
This
that
is classic.
you know, almost bordering on whiny, but like, you know, emotional like voice.
It's right on the line of whiny.
It's like the two singers were fighting for the same girl, and she ended up going with a third guy, and they're like, "Fuck her, let's start a band."
Yes, dude.
We need to get a new drummer now.
That's so funny.
Ooh, boy, that sat with me a little longer too. That was a good one.
And they don't really have. It wasn't like breakdown. It's more of just like the.
It just kind of goes.
Chorus. Like right here, it's like. You're just like.
Every pop punk drummer is phenomenal. I don't know if that's just me, but for the I haven't listened to a lot of pop punk, but like every time it's just like the drummer was like the best drummer in his high school type of vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which is so crazy that Lars Ulrich was able to fucking skate by being terrible.
Here he comes again.
What the fuck? I mean,
Oh,
I'm gonna start a new podcast called "Fucking Send Lars to Mars," and it is gonna be a combination podcast and Change.org petition that is going to ship the drummer for Metallica off of this goddamn planet.
Oh my.
And there's like some, you know, I pig-eared some little, what's it called? Pork belly? What's it called when you add extra shit to a bill? That. I added extra stuff into the bill where, never mind. I thought, you know.
I'm trying to think of the phrase, dude. I just.
Pork belly. I think it's called pork belly legislation. Anyway, that pork belly legislation would include restarting Napster. That's what I was getting at, just to piss off.
Only because you know so much about Monopoly, I'm gonna just believe you. And this is how cults are started.
Yes. My knowledge of Monopoly is finally getting me something in life.
I will say that I think I agree with you on Lars being bad, but only I think he gave up, but that's why he's bad. Because I think he was good at one point.
I think he was young and on cocaine at one point.
Yes, that's when he was. That's when he was good. And then he just gave up. And then
they also work a lot of magic in the studio.
That's true.
Because like live, he fucks up all the time.
Oh, totally. And also, I think it was like after the Black Album too. He was like probably a big driving force in the band, just like going into this other direction and being like, okay, now I don't want to play double bass anymore. I just want to fucking play.
I just want to do a 4/4.
Like, yeah, and it's like
all day. So annoying. I remember when I first started playing drums, I was like, oh, I'll learn an easy song. I'll learn Sad But True. And I was like, okay, I now know Sad But True. Like it's literally just.
Oh yeah,
it's a drum practice.
That's just me liking Metallica. That's just it coming out. I'm like, wait, I do.
But I do like Metallica.
But the early stuff is okay.
If I was gonna
stand up for what you believe in.
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna hate on them too much, but I will say that the early stuff is the better stuff. Although Saint Anger that slaps pretty hard. That's my shit right there.
Goes.
My ringtone is the snare drum sound from Saint Anger.
Bow, 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 bow.
Because that sound right there is my world favorite.
It's 11:30 at night,
Mm.
and you're in your bed, nice and tight.
So,
This is
wow.
This reminds me of being 13 so much.
Oh my god.
If I did, you answered
I feel like this was in a Disney Channel original movie.
I also wanted to listen to this with you guys, just like I know they're gonna be like, what is this?
Dude, but like this is like such. I feel like I'm 13 right now. Like I'm getting feelings of like when I was 13 right now, and like this is what it feels like middle school. What was that? Ugh.
It's like anytime you hear a Panic at the Disco song, you're like, oh god, wow, that brings me back.
Yeah. Like, I remember a wardrobe, you know? Like, I remember, it's like...
Oh, I had, yeah.
Oh, I remember my high school wardrobe. It was toxic. That's the only word I have for it. It was not... I did not dress well in high school. I don't dress great now, but, like, in high school, it was, like, literally the biggest clothes that I could find. I bought a 5XL shirt one time and wore that all the time.
Well, that was the thing. Big clothes.
Not that big.
Like, the early 2000s were about big clothes.
I'm not a Raiders fan. Wearing a fucking giant-ass Raiders shirt. It's the only shirt that I've ever seen be that big as a giant spray-painted Raiders shirt.
Oh my god. It looks like you just slept with your boyfriend and now you're making breakfast.
Exactly.
And wearing his clothes.
Yeah. But without, I didn't even get to have sex. I just was a fucking fat virgin in giant clothing. I remember that shirt very specifically. It was a black shirt, completely black, with a camo Hatchet Man embroidered onto the front of it from the wonderful group, the Insane Clown Posse. So that gives you a little peek into my psyche as a high school student.
Yeah.
Sad, yes, very. But true.
I feel like what I was wearing when I was listening to this stuff was just like tight pants and band shirts and like...
Nice.
Were you one of these, like, did you like put spikes in your boots and stuff?
No.
Did you have tight pants, but they still sagged below your ass?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
okay,
the way.
I
That's
got
still
you.
the look,
Right on.
honestly.
Nice. Studded belt?
Oh, yeah, did you have a studded belt?
No,
I just
studded
had
belt.
like merch and like flannel. And
Wristband?
wide
Did you
one
wear a
flannel.
wristband?
No. I don't think I
Not
did.
even, what about like a bandana?
Ooh.
I don't think I had a bandana either.
Maybe a
It was
hat?
just
Okay.
like a lot of hoodies.
Hat? They don't wear hats.
Oh, hoodie.
They-
A hoodie.
Yeah.
That's a thing. That's like a hat. It's like a long hat. You tell me how a hoodie is not like a long hat. You fucking give me one. Just one way in which a hoodie is not a long hat.
I would
I
say
rest
it's
my
a
case.
short hat.
It's longer than any hat. It's so long.
What
It's
do you
long.
It's true,
mean?
it is the
I would
longest
say a
hat.
hat is classified as what is on your head. A baseball hat has more space on your head. It's got the bill. A hood is just basically going over your ears. That's a half
Yeah,
hat.
but then it goes all the way down.
Oh, I forgot. We're wearing a fucking ×5 extra
Yeah, it's a
large
5XL Hatchet
hoodie.
Man hoodie.
God, yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
Nature's
so there, in
long
that case,
hat.
For me, it's a fucking Snuggie. Okay, it's a sleeping bag.
Damn.
God damn it.
I bet.
It's my tent I sleep in at Coachella.
Yeah. Oh, Nick's going to music too.
No, I'm
I
not.
bet that you could fit. I bet we could put 3 Nick Malizias into that 5XL. One for the
Oh,
left
God.
arm, one for the right arm, and one is the head out the top. And you just got 6 little feet sticking out the bottom.
That would
You don't
look
even have
so
no
Oh
legs
my
or anything, just
God.
ankles and feet.
Oh,
Just one
God, I
head sticking
love
out. That would look so
You look
crazy.
like a kid who heard about putting multiple kids into a piece of clothing to look tall, like to look more grown up,
Yeah.
but doesn't have it figured out. He doesn't know that you have to go upwards. You have
Yeah,
to build up like a
Like
skyscraper.
wide? It's like
You
my
look like,
Italian dad is this size.
My dad's
Yeah.
this wide. This is my
You
dad's
look like
shirt.
Human Centipede if it was like also Billy Madison at the same time, like going back to school, but Human Centipede. There's just 3 of you in this hoodie, and you're like back to school, and the other people are just like. Just-
Yeah, I had a weird college experience. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Track 3. This one just comes right out and says it because most songs are literally about
every
a
song on this
fantasy
album
girl.
is about a girl. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantasy
So this
girl?
one
Oh, God.
is about that one
And
and,
this
only
has that. This has that fucking vibe too, right off the
Yeah.
bat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, bring it.
fantasy girl. It sounded like I was getting shot there at the beginning.
It's just
Yes,
If that's not the most classic
That's some good shit, man.
riff right there.
that's a riff. Oh yeah, just
Oh,
riding
you
the
get that
hi-hat.
hand clap going on that fucking show, right?
Oh yeah, everybody would be clapping. Hands in the air.
Everybody.
The guitar or the bassist, he wasn't doing anything right there. Just
Yeah, this is a good one.
Were they the kind of like pop punky band? I feel like the swinging of the instruments around the body was very
the
kind of like
jumping
pop
and
punky.
all doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Was this that kind of style when you saw them
but
live?
then they were also kind of just like standing like guitar super low, like fucking just power stands.
Oh, were they low ass guitars too?
The bassist would have it, yeah, but he'd swing it around, he'd jump, and do some,
It's gotta be
this
so
movie-
hard to like jump and swing around an instrument that's hanging that low and like wide on you.
Yeah.
I'll admit I've tried it in my room because
I've done it.
I'm in my room. Like, yeah, exactly. You gotta try it.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. I got
Yeah,
scared,
for
but-
sure. If you don't have strap locks on, it's bad news generally.
Oh, yeah. Both with your guitar and sexually, yeah.
Because I don't have any.
Yeah, don't. You'll ruin. That's a good way to ruin an instrument. Unless like that's what you're going for. Like if that's your stage thing, like you go up on stage, you're like, "All right, guys, I'm gonna play the guitar for you," and then you try to flip it, and it crashes to the ground, and like that's what you do.
Yep.
That's your whole set. Oh no! And you just run off stage crying.
No.
Yeah.
It's like that's some Andy Kaufman level stand up comedy right there. That I invented. I'm granting my bit that I thought of Andy Kaufman level.
Yep. That's a Rick Story special.
This gets
right
Andy
there.
Kaufman clearance right away.
Oh my god, this thing I thought of, dude, this is totally Albert Einstein would think of this. Oh my god.
And that's a Rick Story.
Absolutely no workshopping it right out the gate. First time thinking of it. Just
Batter up.
yeah.
This is how I make it. Yeah, that song is dope. That Fantasy Girl song is good.
That was cool. That riff.
Yeah, that riff, it's all about that riff. Except that's one of the riffs that you can't
It just feels like
swing around a guitar and play.
That almost feels like First Date.
Yeah.
Blink-182, you know that.
Yeah. That's a good song
Yeah.
too. Oh, I
Like
love
it's just
Blink-182
like
so much.
that feels like a similar vibe, you know?
Mhm.
It's like, wow, yeah, it's good.
Track 4. This is one of the lesser played songs on the album.
Yeah, I think this is a sad one, dude.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The way you said that too. We've had so much energy like the last couple minutes,
Oh, yeah,
and
it's been
then
riding
just like
high.
felt that like just bring it down. Like it's a sad one, dude.
It's all about, the ebb and the flow.
I don't
the
remember.
tides.
I don't know if I haven't listened to this one as much either, obviously.
No one
It's been a
has. Look at the
while, yeah.
plays. This is number 4, Parting Gift.
Also,
Oh, I
just
remember
so
this one.
the listeners know, like there's a good 1,000 listens. It's not like there's like every other song has hundreds of thousands of listens, and then there's one song has 3. They just don't want to know. It's still a good amount.
Yes, it is 33, so still respectable. Some of the other things have 1,940,000. This one's only got 33, but that's why it's the
I
Parting
remember
Gift.
this one. Yeah. Some pretty good
Did this
stuff
band have
right
good
here.
music videos?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any like do they have like a sense of humor with it, or was it just kind of like them playing live?
Yeah, was it
with,
like an
kind of
OK
like
Go
some-
running on treadmills kind of thing?
I don't think there was ever really a sense of humor. It was more of just trying to like. I think maybe a little bit, but it was a lot of them live and a lot of like.
Yeah.
A lot of like them playing or like.
I always loved a good music video where it's like the band playing live, but there's like some type of like side story happening like in the crowd or like at
Yeah.
somewhere else, and it keeps cutting back and forth, and like so there's no purpose to the song or the video really, but there's just this weird thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
When
Yeah.
they have like some random theme that it's about that has nothing to do with anything?
Yeah, it has anything to do with the song. It's just kind of like a guy and a girl trying to find each other in a bar or something like that. And it's like you're trying to fill something that didn't need to be filled. Let's just watch the fucking band.
Yeah, right. And then when
That'd be
there's all this
great
like
if-
extra story shit. Like I would
Great
just
if a
watch the
death
people play
metal
the
band did
instruments.
that. Yeah, like a just super hard like grindcore band did that, where it's just like you can't even understand the words. It's just like sounds like crickets because the guy's just doing some weird noise, and then it's like a guy trying to meet a girl, and it's just like a drum machine basically, just like blast beats. It's like
it's like dying fetus. It's a dying fetus song, or it's dying fetus crossover with vomit remnants.
Yeah,
it just two bands,
horrible.
which are real bands, Nick. Those are real.
I know. I'm aware that. I know you're not making this up.
It's so weird. Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of the thing about that style of music is you're just trying to make the like most disgusting name that you can for your band.
There was an album that sounds similar to stuff like that I was gonna suggest for this show, but I was like, I don't know if they'd really be.
Let's not go that hard right off.
I feel like this is more. This is more a good speed for the show. You know,
this is definitely. I don't know what we'd be doing over like.
Dude. Trust me, I was listening to it just like being like, this would be hilarious.
Oh boy.
Our most played episode.
Yeah, is this your favorite album, Michael? Yes.
Yes. Favorite of all time. I don't listen to anything else.
Yeah. Dude, trust me, I thought about it.
Look, I have it tattooed on my chest.
I was just gonna like come in with like only the light on my like just dark. It's my favorite album.
It's like a ghost story. Just you lit with a flashlight from underneath.
Yeah, dude.
And then we played the 8-song EP by Anal Fisher.
Yeah. I have this merch where it's like a guy that's getting eaten by piranhas, and I was just gonna, I'll just wear that t-shirt and just be like, hey.
This is who I am now.
Sweet fish shirt. Here's some fish eating a human.
We're like the same, right?
Yeah.
All I ever cared about.
The way they eat your soul with their music is the way that they eat this guy in the shirt. So it's like the same
just
thing.
Really trying super hard to relate. Like you have all this dark evil shit, but you're just still like, but like, you know, when he sings this part here about wanting to kill a man with a coat hanger through his eyeballs, like that's kind of like, you know, in that Fish song, right, where he's like talking about like a purple monster. Right.
Yeah.
All right. Track 5.
Oh, this is a good one too. Here.
All right. This is the slapper. This is Darkness, everybody.
I've been trying to escape, but something keeps calling me.
This is the.
Oh, that guitar riff reminds me of something.
I can't move fast enough to ditch what has followed me, and lightning strikes everything.
Jesse's girl.
What?
Jesse's girl.
Oh, is that what it is?
I don't know. That's what it gotta sound like to me.
It reminded me of a Green Day song. It's getting late. Time to sleep.
No, I see. Yeah, Brain Stew.
Yeah, that's one. Oh, this reminds me of a song too. This reminds me of "Dirty Little Secret."
Ooh, I get that vibe. Their harmonies are pretty cool. Like they got like enough of different voices, but that they still like are like hitting that range together. I like it when they sing together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, during the chorus and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't that sound kind of like Dirty Little Secret?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Dirty Little Secret.
Yeah, you're right. Wow, I've never thought about that before. Yeah.
Shit, I didn't mean to ruin the song for you, dude.
You motherfucker!
I used to like this song so much. It's crazy that song, that happy sounding song, is called Darkness, everybody.
Right? After like talking about the slime core, I was like really wasn't ready for the.
Yeah, what if that was the rest of the album? It was just like half pop punk and then half just fucking. I was just preparing you guys.
That's like the biggest M. Night Shyamalan twist in all of music.
It's
Actually, that's how this next song sounds. That's this next song features grindcore artists Dying Fetus.
Yeah.
This is She's Got Her Own Man Now.
Oh my god.
Oh, this one's kind of whiny.
But in
I've
a way,
never-
the whinier the better for me sometimes.
I never judge something that I like more than when I'm showing it to somebody. Like, for the first time. I cannot tell you the amount of times I've gone to show somebody a song, and like 30 seconds into it, I'm like, yeah, it's like whatever, it's fine. It's, you know, it's not. It's just like,
You're getting nothing from them.
It's just whiny singing, yeah. This one like turns into something cool though. Like it's like it fucking.
This feels like they would play this like towards the end of the show to have like a little like, I don't know, it feels like a little reprieve here, you know, a little resting thing, but it's still gonna go into something that's gonna keep the energy going.
Did they kind of have like a big song for the pop punk scene or anything?
I mean, this album has like I feel like a handful of songs that were pretty big.
Was there ever
off
like
of
a
it.
song that they always closed with when you saw them live?
Montrose, the track 8 is one of
Yeah, that's
I
the
think
one
it's
that's got the
probably
most
their
plays on
best.
the album.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
That one's like I think one of their signature.
Okay,
tracks.
cool.
Well, that's
Yeah.
I mean that's a nice little teaser for
Yeah.
the second half of the album. It's
Yeah.
got the closer song on it, like the most popular song is still yet to come when we return on Spin Doctors.
Where does the name come from? Their band name, do you know?
Let
It's
me bring us back and then you ask that
Okay.
because that's a good
Okay,
question.
we're back, everybody. We're back from break, and fucking yeah. Okay, go ahead, bring us back.
We're back from break, everybody. Nick wanted to ask a question, but I said he should wait till we came back from break. And now
I
we're
was
back.
vibing. We were
You fucked
having
up
a
the flow of
conversation.
it.
Look. I just wanted to make a good show. I just wanted.
Your
all
animal spirit is not a bottlenose dolphin.
It's all good, dude. I feel
Look,
you.
I came out
Once
here to
again.
have a good time, and honestly, I'm feeling just so attacked right now.
Dude, that happens. I understand.
To quote Kim
Editing-
Kardashian.
Editing podcasts, I understand.
The great philosopher
Mm-hmm.
Kim Kardashian.
Truly the Aristophanes of our time. That's not the right name.
Tight.
But the band name that you asked earlier, it comes from a Blink-182 song, I believe. Also,
Oh, it
called
did.
Man
It does come
Overboard.
from the song.
Yeah, the song title of a Blink-182 song is Man Overboard.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I believe that's what it.
that's
came
cool.
from.
They're like paying homage to a band that paved the way for their style.
Yeah, at least I think so. Yeah, it's like, it felt like that, and they have. I mean, some of the stuff I was talking about earlier kind of feels and sounds, very similar. It definitely has that vibe, like that.
Oh, yeah,
fast
for
drum
sure.
intro and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I really like the name of this next song. This is just very funny to me to have a song that's just called Al Sharpton.
Oh yeah, another good riff, dude.
I mean, every song goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
And damn, you were right, dude. This guy's a good drummer. Like those little
fills.
I want to say triplets, but it's not even that. It's
yeah. He's just
quasi druplets.
That song is pretty fast moving.
And is this like actually about Al Sharpton?
No, it's I think the whole chorus is like, I pretend that I'm already someone, all my problems have faded away. That's like the whole like chorus line. And so I don't know if they're just, when they think of somebody that maybe doesn't have any problems, maybe they think of, I don't think that's it. I've never thought about it. You're like, why is it called Al Sharpton? I'm like, I don't know, maybe because Al Sharpton got
there.
99 problems, but also none.
this is the famous Montrose. This is the song.
Yeah, this is a good one actually. Yeah, listen to this
Okay.
beginning part here.
Yeah, this has the most plays on the album by a long shot.
It's a good music video too, actually.
Oh, dope music
Ooh,
video.
real
That's
talk?
always good.
Mhm. Real talk on that.
No cap?
No cap.
Dead ass? On God?
Yeah.
Never.
All right, bet. I had to
All bet.
teach Nick what bet means when you say like.
I know
all right,
bet. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to teach Nick, and it was a good learning experience.
100.
And that means like you bet, like you bet it, like you bet.
Yeah,
like you
it means
gotcha?
it means like I'm gonna bet $20 on this. It's actually
Or if you were
short.
to
It's,
be
it's
like-
short for better. You just use it as like, oh, I'm bet than you. That's how you use it.
Like, yeah, like if you
Okay.
sat down with like a large
Yeah.
plate of food and you're going to be like, I'm going to eat all this in 5 seconds. I'll be like, bet.
Yeah,
See, we're
that's
we're gonna get to the point where we're just saying singular words to each other.
that's fine. If
For
I could
conversation.
communicate in GIFs, I would.
Can we try it right now? Just do one word.
I wish that I just had like a touch screen in my chest that I could, by thought, produce GIFs on, and that's how I would communicate. Or
Sick.
memes. Bet. All right, this is Montrose.
I figured I'd go. At least to check in.
Ooh, this is like got that anthem feeling.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Those like thick guitars, like those thick chords.
Yeah,
that
this is
they're
the
playing.
part you scream at the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
This
feels good.
Nick, you called it. This is an anthem.
Yeah, like this is such a great song to play at the end of a concert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's still about about a girl. It always is.
All the good songs are,
Mhm.
man. If it wasn't
That bass
for-
player is
for-
good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
He's got that classic like Mark Hoppus punk tone too, where it's just like it almost sounds like the bass it's bass into amp and nothing else. Just chicka chicka chicka.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, I think he's playing, what is it, Music Man, Stingray? whatever.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think he's who he plays. And it's just like,
So hard. It's not a phase, Mom. It's a lifestyle.
It's gonna last forever. Buy me more Capri Suns, please.
yeah, that's such a pop punk line right there where they're like, do you hide all the stuffed animals the other boys bought you? That's a fucking pop punk line.
God.
if I've ever heard
That's
one.
some shit.
Ugh.
Damn it.
I was seeing this
all
girl
the
for a little
stuffed
while,
animals.
and I
Oh my
fucking
God.
was in Santa Cruz, I think, or maybe San Francisco, at one of the piers, and I went to one of those like stuffed animal claw machines, and I tried
Yeah.
like fucking 10 times to win something, and I kept just losing it and falling. I wasn't gonna get it, so I walked away, and then I was passing by it, and I was like, I'm gonna try one more time to get this thing, and I clawed, and I got this like a pelican, and I was like, hell yeah. And I was talking to this girl, and I sent her a picture of the pelican, and I was like, I got you this. I don't know, I'm gonna bring it home for you. And then I did, and I gave it to her. Cut to her, being with some other dude, and like she's my friend's roommate. So I was over at their house, and I saw my stuffed animal that I had given her like shoved into a shelf, like in the back, and I was like,
Damn.
"Yep,
So it's real. It's true.
You gotta hide all the stuffed animals."
Yeah.
God,
It hurts.
I wonder how many like stuffed animals that were given as gifts during a relationship became a future dog toy.
All of them.
Or just like, or just sitting in a Salvation Army or Goodwill, just like on
Yeah.
the shelf. Just,
when
like,
you get
staring
like
out.
when you get like Goodwill toys, like Goodwill stuffed animals for kids, that I wonder how many broken relationships those
yeah.
stuffed
Yeah.
animals have come from.
What one girl's pelican stuffed animal was another Salvation Army kid's Christmas present.
I
Yeah.
wonder where it ended up after all this time. It's probably in the garbage where it should have gone to begin with.
Oh, I thought you were doing a segue into a song, and I was like, I don't see the next song being called Garbage.
Yeah. How's he gonna do this one? Well, you haven't been listening you haven't been listening long enough if you think that I can't somehow find a way to turn this ship around into a segue for this song. You haven't been listening to this radio DJ long enough. You need to change the station and find a station that you maybe more easily identify with. And you need to do that FM dial style.
I'll give you a pass. C+.
That's passing.
So this has that.
We were completely different students. I'm kidding.
I maintained a C average on purpose. So that was so that nothing was ever expected of me. So that if I wanted to do good, I could do good. Yeah, when in reality it was just that I never did my homework.
Yeah.
Ever. I like essays and shit. I can't tell you the amount of essays I wrote day of.
Oof.
This one is such a it feels like a rock song from, I don't know, it has like a weird feel. I like it. I always
almost like a 50 style.
Yeah, I've always liked it for that. Like it's always like been one of my more favorite songs on this album, but it's just like 'cause it has that like weird, I don't even know how to describe it. It just has this weird feeling.
No,
like those bells hitting.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, this one's been kind of one of my favorites as we're going through this. I like that and like all the la la la, all that kind of stuff. It's cool, a little switch up for them compared to the other songs.
Yeah. It's like doo-woppy.
You
yeah,
never
the drums
call me why.
Yeah, it's just a lot of, what is that?
Do you think the band stopped making music because they all found their future wives, so they had nothing to whine and sing about?
Oh, yeah,
'cause
maybe.
They actually found love? Is that how pop punks die? Pop punk bands die? Is they find everything that they were singing about?
Relationship
Discuss.
killed the pop punk star.
One of them gets married. Yeah, one of them gets married, and they're all like, "Bro, come on, dude, we still gotta go on tour." And he's like, "Dude, I don't."
For what, man? Why are we doing anything? I'm happy now.
Cause, dude, we gotta. Yeah,
I'm happy.
He brings the song to the studio, and it's like, what's this called? Fucking, this is named after your girlfriend? Why is this so positive? Oh, no, the band's over.
Oh, man, that was it. She Yoko'd you, bro.
You got Yoko Don.
Bro code over Yoko. Track 10. I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to try to do a segue. You know why? You know why I'm not? Because I don't want to waste your time, Nick. Because I like you.
Okay. Oh, look at him. That was a fake out. That was a play action.
Yeah, that was a run pass option. I know football. I really like this one. I like those little like light strums. Do do do.
Mm-hmm. They do a lot of good just really hard switch ups between different kind of riffs and just kind of
the flow
BPMs.
of the song.
Yeah, the flow of it. Yeah,
The dynamics. Yeah, for sure.
There it is. Yeah.
It's not like there's one riff that's like, oh, this is the riff of this song. It changes up a lot.
the bass line in this song rips too.
Oh yeah.
He's just in the back, just going to town.
People shit
And
on
he's singing too.
Yeah. People shit on bass players who play with a pick, but I like the sound of a pick on a bass.
Yeah, it's got it. If it matches the song, totally.
Yeah, I play with a pick when I play my bass. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on the song. But
So does
most of the
Scott
time,
Pilgrim.
I'll play with a pick. Actually, I'll use a plectrum.
The fuck?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. It's like
It's a fish thing.
It's a fish thing. Yeah, you know.
You
There
understand, man.
this one has the lyric I was telling you guys about.
this next one.
Yeah, it had the whole I hate you. You should have picked, like, you should just fast forward to this one. Like, probably like halfway through. We should just listen to it out at the end.
Okay, we'll go to halfway through. We'll start it. This is track 11. This is Septemberism, but we're gonna pull a fast one on you, and we're gonna start it at we'll call it 1:15.
So many people are gonna be like, "Oh, the intro, dude, you loser." It just has like this super sad boy anthem. Yeah.
But I like the other guy in the background with the harmony over the top.
Yeah. Did you paint your fingernails? Is that pop punk? Or is that more just
people probably did. I wasn't. I didn't do that, but I'm sure there was.
Okay.
You weren't that far gone.
Oh, here it is, dude.
You should have picked up the phone tonight.
See, headbanger.
Yeah.
Right?
You don't realize how much
Screamer.
headbanging is happening at these pop punk shows.
Yeah.
Everyone screams that part.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's one of those. That's one of those screaming in the car songs like you talked about earlier, Rick.
You should have picked up the phone.
Yeah.
This song goes hard.
I like this.
I think this one's gonna have to.
This is getting added.
It's gonna go on the curated playlist.
Boom.
You made it on the playlist, man.
Hell yeah.
Not everyone
dude.
can say that. I like
That's
that. That was
sick.
fun. That's super fun. Oh
This
man.
last one.
We got one more song left.
Yeah.
Whoa! I thought we had a couple more.
No, we're on the
already
last
there. We're
one.
already.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nick,
Does
what do you
that to
think?
ya.
Man, I'm really surprised about how much I like this. I thought it was going to be a little repetitive, just because I don't know. Sometimes pop punk does that for me personally.
Mhm.
But man, I really like this. Like there's a lot of good legit musicianship going on here that I really
Yeah.
like.
Yeah,
Not
for
bad
sure.
singers, and I don't care what they're singing about. They're fucking, as long as they're feeling it. I'm on board.
Right?
Or overboard.
You're one of the men
Oh.
who is
Oh,
overboard.
I'll go over the edge of the earth with this band.
Oh,
And you too,
buddy.
Rick. I'm sorry.
I'd go
I'll
right
with
there
you
by
too.
your side. I would be your Motorola
First mate?
sidekick.
Damn it.
Do you remember the Motorola sidekick? God damn, that was a weird
this is
time.
this
Oh,
is
that
another kind
flip
of
thing.
Yeah.
this is
like
another
slid
kind of
up.
anthem-y song, like show ending song, I think. Yeah, got the acoustic and the oh yeah, this is like the fucking
I'm just boogieing, just getting down. Don't mind me while I boogie.
yeah. They also have a lot of like acoustic stuff and like kind of like rock cut, like just almost like demo-y acoustic, like they're all singing together.
This album has a really strong finish.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, pretty much from like Darkness Everybody all the way through to the end, those songs are like all great.
Yeah.
Like,
Which is hard with an album a lot of times, you know. You got some fillers, you know, and it's okay, but sometimes you just got to make a quota.
Yeah.
And fucking, this is a great way to end. And from like the one that you were saying they usually end shows with onward, I mean, fucking what a B-side of an album.
yeah.
This is great.
Seriously.
And this song is like completely different than everything else before it too.
It's almost like
Yeah.
a credit. It's almost like a credits song. you
Yeah,
know?
absolutely.
Ooh.
That's what it
I
kinda
can see
feels like.
Yeah, it's the
That's
credits of a
what-
movie going
yeah.
played over that.
It's like let's put this at the end because it sounds like the credits of the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
Guitar by, bass by.
Yeah.
drums by, emotion
And that-
by.
That riff on Fantasy Girl too is just like classic.
Yeah.
It's just so all the
Yeah,
dude,
they
that
have a
album's-
lot of really good riffs on this album for sure.
Uh-huh.
But that was Real Talk by Man Overboard. Thanks
Yeah,
for
that
bringing us this
was cool.
album, man.
Yeah, dude. I'm glad you guys liked it. Actually, I was
this was great.
I was like, is this gonna be too sad boy pop punky for these guys? And they're gonna be like just making fun of it the whole time. Like I was like,
the fuck is this?
You guys vibe.
Man, this
cool.
took me back to a time.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
I didn't really listen to this kind of music when I was that age and stuff, but it just made me remember like being 13 to 17 and. Yeah, I was a sad boy.
I mean, that's the sad time for us is when our hormones are all going crazy, and everything is rough, and all you want is some acceptance and appreciation.
Yeah,
and when you don't get
changing.
it, you turn to music, or drugs, or the Lord,
or sometimes all three.
Yeah, maybe. What is the Lord but the
music
worst
drug
drug
lord?
of all?
Yeah.
Religion's the real opiate of the masses. Michael, do you want to plug anything? Can you tell the people where to find you and where to seek you out and all your stuff?
Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram at _mboof. That's with an F at the end. And then I got link in my bio there for my podcast and stuff. I also have a podcast called I'm Getting There Podcast. And you can follow that on Instagram too at I'm Getting There Pod. Rick's been on there, and I've had a bunch of other comedians and people on there as well.
I had a blast.
So, yeah, and then I don't know when this is coming out, but
this is coming out.
Well, if it's on the 31st, I have a show in Santa Cruz on the 1st at Santa Cruz Mountain Brewery. So come see me at the Santa Cruz Mountain Brewery and do some comedy there.
Excellent.
So,
Nice.
I think the show starts like 8.
All right, this will come out on the 31st then.
if not, yeah, whatever. But you know, it's all good.
Yeah, well, there will be plenty more in the future. Go seek him out, follow him on everything, and then you'll find out where all the fun next shows are happening. And then you won't need me to tell you. Look, figure it out. It's the future. It's 2021. You know what a Google is.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're listening to this podcast, you're probably smart enough to navigate a social media platform. So.
Yeah, it's one of those things. And as for us, we're just so happy to have you listen. Thanks for being here. We do this for you guys. If you like the show, share it around. Send it to your friends. We don't pay to advertise or anything, so word of mouth is really how we get around. If you really like us, you can give us a follow at SpinDocPod on Twitter or Instagram, and you know what? Love each other. I never end the show with that.
Wow. Okay.
I feel like I was really mean in the beginning and accusatory, so like I want to make up for that a little right now. You sons of bitches. All right, you fuckers. As always, I've been Rick.
And I've been First Mate Nick.
Arr! We hope you enjoyed your medicine!